Hi everyone, I am here today to talk to you about the crowdfunding source IndieGOGO. So, what is IndieGOGO? IndieGOGO is a crowdfunding arena that seems to be geared towards creative businesses. It encourages musicians, artists, filmmakers, etc., to use their platform to raise money for their projects. Their mission states that anyone with creativity and passion should be able to seize their own success and change the world. So, how does it work? So Indiegogo has three main steps that it encourages for you to make um, your campaign. And so step one is to create a coming soon page. I really like this idea because basically the coming soon page is a beta page that people can go to. They can see an image of what you want to do. They can read the description of what you want to do. You can title it however you want to title it. And it's basically just a pre-advertisement before the campaign or pre-campaign advertisement. So it can let them know the date that you're going to launch, and it just basically gets everybody excited and ready to support when the day comes. So you basically set up that page, then you can share the page to the emails that you've collected, and basically it's your base for people, just for your campaign to get started, and for people to take a look at it. There's no fees associated with this particular part of it, and I really like the aspect as well because, like, say later on you just think, you know what, I don't have enough, steam, or maybe you changed your mind on how you want to go about things. There's no fees associated with it, so you're basically just setting up a page, just to kind of get yourself started. So step two is to start your campaign. So they gave a couple of recommendations about what they recommended as far as starting your campaign. One of the interesting ones I saw was that they said to set up a team. I think they were just saying, you want a team to kind of work around it in your campaign because it is a lot of work. You're going to get, you want everybody to be on board. You want more people to donate to it. You also, with the video and the perks and the descriptions and all of that. I think they just want, they see more success when it's a team doing it. I guess because the enthusiasm is there, and then the responsibility is shared, so it's really strong campaign. But that was one of the recommendations that I thought was very interesting, and I thought was pretty cool. So the next step in starting the campaign is to pitch, have a pitch video or short film. Of course, we probably see this a lot in other crowdfunding campaigns. But of course, I thought that was good to note, because videos just kind of in this day and age with YouTube and Google videos and Vine, people are just prone to watching things and having a video explain kind of what's going on, in addition to the other stuff. So that would be part of it. And then have a written pitch. I like that they didn't say written description because I think description is different. With the pitch, you're trying to hook people into your campaign so that they will donate. So you definitely want to make it interesting. You definitely want to lock people in. And with that being said, it needs to be a pitch and not just a summary. And then one of the four things that are added to starting the campaign is to add a perk. So basically what a perk is if you are starting a t-shirt business, maybe one of the perks is if you donate $50, then you'll get one of our company t-shirts. And then maybe if you donate $85, then you'll be able to choose from one of our t-shirts. You can choose from our whole selection or something like that. So basically, perks are just something that the person that is giving can get something in return that may not necessarily be worth the full amount, but at least they get something in return. So that is actually a perk, and we'll actually take a look at a few examples towards the end of this PowerPoint. Also, when starting the campaign, you also have to choose between flexible or firm funding. So what this is with flexible funding, you basically get to keep all your funds regardless of the amount raised. So, for an example, if you are like a project in which any amount that you raise can help your project and you're still able to fulfill perks to customers, then go for flexible. So, like a really obvious example of this would be like a nonprofit. So, if a nonprofit said, "Hey, donate to us. We're trying to raise $5,000," and say maybe they only get to $3,000 in the starting to end, then if they chosen flexible, they can still get that $3,000. And let's say that their perk is to give them customers a discount, like a 25% off discount or coupon to go to their thrift stores. Well, they don't necessarily need the whole $5,000 to fulfill that perk. Whoever already donated, they can still get that perk, and they're still able to take the $3,000 and use it for whatever they need to use it for. So that would be an example of flexible. For like a business, you probably could do the same thing. It just depends on what your perks are. So for fixed, you have to raise the full amount in order to receive the funds. So for projects that you have to have all the money in order to do the perks or in order to complete the project, that would be fixed. So, for an example, if you are creating this new, crazy, ridiculous, amazing watch, and let's say that you're raising money and you need $100,000 to make it happen. And maybe you need that $100,000 because you need, let's say, uh, 50,000 people to pledge and order, the watches, because you need 50,000 units to order because the manufacturer is not going to do less than that or something like that. Then in this case, you have to do fixed, meaning that say that only 25,000 people order the watches or pre-order the watches, then you don't have enough for the manufacturer to produce the products, and so therefore you cannot give the 25,000 the watch or the perk, and so therefore they're saying you cannot do flexible because you can't still give them the perk no matter what. You have to have the full amount in order to give your customers the perk, and so in this case, fixed would be the way that you have to go. So, what are the fees? So, the fees for raising or for getting the money from customers or from your donors, um, comes in, but then IndieGOGO takes a percentage of that as well. So, with IndieGOGO and the credit card fee for taking the amount from your donors plus 30 cents equals about 8%, plus 30 cents on top of that is what IndieGOGO is going to take if the person is using a credit card. If they use funds raised through PayPal, it ranges from 8 to 10%. And then if you are using a bank outside of the US, or the people who are donating to you are using a bank outside the US, then it's going to be also a $25 fee attached to the 8% and the 30 cents. So then step 3 is to join the marketplace. So I put this step kind of like a little bit later down because this means that your campaign was successful, that you reached your goal or above your goal, and now they're going to give you an option to join their marketplace so you can sell your product through their marketplace. So I thought that was interesting and cool. They did not say what the marketplace fees were on their website, but I guess you just have to get to that step and they'll let you know the next step or the information that you need to know. So the success rate. The success rate for IndieGOGO is low. It's 17.1%. I thought this was extremely low. It may be a turnoff for some people to choose this route. But again, what I loved about IndieGOGO was the fact that it's so flexible. As far as like the firm and flex spending or the firm and flex funding, it's like you can't beat that. And they're the only ones that do it. So I don't know, taking everything into account. So let's just look at a couple of examples. We're going to go to the IndieGOGO website and just check it out. This is what it looks like. So it's kind of cool. You can instantly start to see some campaigns, and it has it divvied out as far as what you're looking for. I did go ahead and pop up a few that I thought were cool. This is Willie's. Let me rewind this video. Um, You kind of check out the video here. And it's basically a green cafe on wheels. And what they did for their perks is they actually sold the actual unit. So people could actually buy it almost like if they were franchisees. And they bought it, and then they have other things that you can add to it as extra perks. So obviously, they kind of raise their funds, as we can see here. And so they have to give the wheelies. Once it's manufactured, they'll be sending that out to their customers, and their customers can start working with the cafe. And this is in Sweden. I thought that was neat. This one is a bookstore in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, and this is kind of their video they have going on. And they just want to catch everybody's attention. And like a couple of their perks are like a t-shirt and tote combo, another t-shirt, a calendar, tote bags, different things like that. So that's what they have for their perks. And they're raising their funds. And then the last one that I thought was interesting. Let's see. Go back to my PowerPoint. The last one I thought was cool was the Badger Box. So this is for people that live in Wisconsin, and or not live in Wisconsin, but are from Wisconsin, I think mainly. And basically what it is he sends people like a box full of things that make Wisconsin Wisconsin, or things that you would maybe miss about the state, and he sends it to you. And so it's just like a subscription. So I thought that was cool, and he has a couple perks over here. His video is very basic. It's not as fancy as the other ones. I guess you could do either one. I think the other videos are just really cool though, and I think that they just really add to your campaign as a whole. But I definitely think you need a video no matter what type of video it is. Okay, so my final thoughts on IndieGOGO. What I liked that it was a cool platform. I liked that the setup, like especially the coming soon page, I thought was really unique and cool. I love the option of flexible versus fixed. And then I like that it was for any project and it encouraged creative genres. So that was neat. And then what I didn't like, the fees seem a little steep, but now that I'm starting to research more, I'm starting to see that the fees are probably fairly standard. But it just seems like a lot because 8% is almost 10% of what you're raising. But nevertheless, I just, think the fees are a little high. The navigation was okay. I didn't like that I couldn't find answers to things as easily as I would have liked to. But the navigation was okay, but I wasn't a fan of it. And then the third dislike was that the success rate was so low. But again, I think, it may be an even trade off for having that flexible option. And a lot of people may not even know that they have that option, but if you can kind of wing that flexible option, I think IndieGOGO would be really cool as a crowdfunding campaign platform. So that is the end of my slideshow about IndieGOGO. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching.